You won't need to. But all right. Hey, we're live. And what would have been event 9, what is actually event 7 is complete. That was event 7.
Correct. Yeah. 7th scored event.
In the books. And as I expected, super freaking boring, dude. I don't know. I just thought it wasn't fun to watch. Let me fix this. All right, that's better. It was just like you said, essentially, they could have done 30 freestanding handstand push-ups or 50 freestanding handstand push-ups for time, and the leaderboard looked exactly the same because that's all that mattered in the workout.
Yeah, what I really want someone to do is someone that has the time to do this. I want you to go back and look at the split times from the time they completed the second sled pull to the time they finished the workout. So essentially, how much time they spent doing the freestanding. Do that and see how closely it correlated to the actual finish of the workout. So if you got there at the 4-minute mark and you finished in 7 minutes, it took you 3 minutes to get through those 15. If you got there at the 6-minute mark and you finished in 8 minutes, it took you 2 minutes. I want to know the correlation between just those 15 reps and the finishing placing overall. Because what it looked like was the 75 reps and the 160 feet of pulling was just
irrelevant.
Hey, let me just get you a little bit blown up, and now let's just see how quickly you can get through the 15. That's all that matters.
Would you say an argument to that though would be the people who are good at the not saying I think this, but would you say people would be like, well, the people who are good at the freestanding were good at the strict and the kipping, and that's why it correlates to the final placement of the workout?
Just watching it,
not true.
I don't think that. I think there were a lot of people that got
early,
through
right,
pretty fast, but then they really
Tia, one of them.
Either it took them a few times to even get one section, because we saw almost every single person that kicked up the first time failed and came back.
Yeah.
Or just after they got 2 of the sections of the 5, they were just done.
Yeah.
Jay Sheets 24. Did JR give you my message? Yep. I'm oiled up.
Jeez.
I also think that is the most muscular based the freestanding handstand push-up has been at any point that it's been announced. I mean, you could argue that last set of freestanding handstand push-ups last year after the out and back twirl and down was probably pretty muscular, but I still think this was more muscular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the fact that these pads were closer together, like there was less time to just walk in between.
Yeah.
That's like almost a rest. And even though they had to do, I think it was 4 and 4 maybe, or 5 and 5 that they had to do.
I think it was 5 and 5.
No, I agree with you. I mean, I even think that workout that was it 6, 10, 14? I know it was a total of 30.
It's 6, 10, 14.
Yeah.
Even that one, like with the heavy deadlifts, I don't know. I mean, you could ask athletes tomorrow. It's like, hey, remember that workout from 2021? Which freestanding ones felt harder? I bet they would say
this one for sure felt hardest, which I like, but I still think the movement is so messy. It's such a gimmick. You accomplish the same thing. And to your point, they've just handstand walked to 30 feet. And they're probably not going to handstand walk again because of that. And that's really, is that enough for the games? 30 feet of handstand walking?
I agree. I would be surprised if there was any other like hand balancing movements
and no more handstand push-ups,
nothing like that.
And why have we made the freestanding handstand push-up the end-all be-all highest level of skill? That's ridiculous. Where's the parallel handstand push-up?
Yeah, especially at the games level.
I mean, there are not many athletes that can do 15, 16. There's maybe 5 in the men's field, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean,
in a row,
if you have decent like upper body strength, you could practice for like a week and be able to do freestanding handstand push-ups
all day.
Yeah,
everyone can do them, and it's just ridiculous to me
in terms of like how hard they were. Now that 6, 10, 14 workout would be more muscular for them because it's not something that they, when they did it, and all those athletes who did it were going so slow and just really learning a skill. It probably wasn't muscular at all. So I think this definitely was, and the fact that you just do 75 handstand push-ups right before it.
Ty, thank you for this. This is our sentiment, my sentiment. After the past few days, I'll say this. I kind of wish I could go back and be less
Thought you weren't going to get into that.
Well, I just want to read Ty's comment. It's a good comment because everybody in the comments is talking about it. I want you guys to just be redirected towards the competition. And Ty says, y'all will drive y'all selves crazy trying to figure out why these athletes dropped out of the comp. All honesty, who cares? They have their reasons. Accept it and move on. They will discuss it if they want. Thank you, Ty. How's Sevi doing? That's a great question. He's going to come on today and probably freaking throw a conniption.
He's probably going to text us in a few minutes and say, hey, JR, Taylor, Bryson, are you guys doing a show tonight?
Can I ask you guys
And
some questions?
We're going to say,
Yeah.
we're going to say we're on the show now.
No. That's not what we're going to say. 'Cause
No, we're
that's what
gonna
I
say
said
it
last
10
night.
minutes ago.
Yeah, we're going to say, hey, see you tomorrow, buddy. We're not doing that again. Holy cow.
Right,
That
so
took forever.
At the end of the day, we did see after the clean ladder and after this workout, the leaderboards do not look the same. All right. We see James still in second, but he's only in second by 3 points. And look how tight it is on the men's field from second down to, like seventh. I mean, that's tight. Only 23 points from second to seventh. And I mean,
James is in second by
how
more than
did
3
Pat?
points.
He's talking about from second down.
yeah, there's only 3
Oh,
points between him and Roman.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah.
45 points between him and Brent, which
Right.
is unreal.
Yeah,
Brent
that's
Fikowski annihilating the field. Would he be where he is with that sledgehammer event and a man of 45?
I think both of them wouldn't have had great Amanda 45 performances, but I do think they would have both done well.
I
on
think
the-
you
on the
could. I
hammer.
think you could 100% make a case for Fikowski still being in first.
Yeah,
Would he still be in first place if Jeff Adler were in the field? That's a tough if to ask. I
Yeah.
kind of feel like
That
maybe I
doesn't
should
even
have asked.
matter.
and we
Are
can
you
never
sure?
ask.
That's
probably.
irrelevant.
Yeah. But we know the
Because
leaderboard.
Jeff wouldn't have won last year if Matt was in the field.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And Jeff wouldn't have won last year if Roman hadn't rolled his ankle. That's a good point.
So yeah, we look at the finishes from that workout specifically. We talked about, Brent taking second on a workout with 90 handstand push-ups of any kind is not something that 10 years ago we would have thought would ever happen.
And it also speaks to how skill dependent the freestanding handstand push-up is, and why it kind of frustrates me a little bit.
I think that's even more of a simple argument than the finding the split times and someone who has time to do all that.
Brent,
And just how good he is at pacing.
Yeah.
And in any time domain is really
master
crazy.
class at pacing. Do you think Matt would have won all those years if Rich was in the field?
Yeah.
Really? You don't think Rich would have gotten better with Matt?
Yes, and I think the biggest testament to that is that he lost to Ben Smith the very next year, because it was a very different Matt from 2015 to 2016. If Matt just started winning and then he was like immediately dominant in 2015 and won 6 times in a row, you're like, oh, was it just because Rich left? But that Matt Frazier that lost to Ben Smith was the same Frazier that lost to Froning, and there was a different one in 2016.
Okay, you're right. But my question is, would Rich have evolved with him?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Evolved maybe, but not with him.
If they came up
next to
together,
him.
if they were in the same,
like if they were both the same age and
in
like
their
same-
prime. In their prime, Matt probably beats Rich. Rich is still the GOAT, though.
I think, yeah, Matt's.
I'd let Rich goat me.
Rich is the GOAT in terms of like what he did for
He's
CrossFit.
the GOAT for CrossFit.
He's the people's GOAT.
Yeah, he's the.
But in
he's
terms
the
of work
people's GOAT.
capacity, cross broad time modal domains, Matt Frazier is by far and away more than
I
anyone
hate
else.
that it's so true, though.
Yeah,
God, I used to love watching him compete.
it's so fun.
2017 is the best documentary ever.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
It is good.
We should talk about.
all those are really
We
good.
should do a review show of each documentary.
That would be sick.
Shut Up and Scribble review show of the documentaries, programming and documentaries. That'd be cool.
We can do that. That's cool. Any surprises on the list? I mean, we said before we thought Saxon was someone to watch. He destroyed that workout. It was like 631, I think. Pat taking a 16th, not super surprising. I mean, people think, and he's talked about this before, people think about Pat and they're like, any gymnastics workout that comes out, he should be amazing at. And he said so many times, listen, like, I don't have amazing shoulder stamina, especially if it has handstand push-ups in it.
Yeah.
And like my arms are crazy long. So like Brent doing what he did, super impressive. James, I mean, he took a hit there, but he's still in second. Jason, I think, got a 10th. So, I mean, that was solid. But I mean, look who did really well. People like Chris Ibarra. I mean, there are a lot of guys from previous heats that did pretty good on that workout.
Hey guys, let us know in the comments, Rich or Matt, who's the GOAT? Froning is Jordan. Fraser, I wouldn't call LeBron. I would call Fraser like fucking maybe, I don't know. I'm Dennis Rodman.
You're definitely Rodman. That's a
Dude,
great
I'm
one.
not Dennis Rodman. I don't paint my fucking nails, bro.
Yeah, you're Rodman. But like, look at someone like Bruno Marins. Like, he got second on the clean ladder, and then he gets a 28th. And so, like, it was really 4th and a 30th. Who is that? Rosema. Yeah. So.
Oh, so Semenov did withdraw.
Whoa, where are you seeing that? Scroll up. Oh my God, Rosema got 30th in that workout.
4th and a 30th. So yeah,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
it's interesting how much the leaderboard has changed just today.
So Semenov withdrew. He was the one who tweaked his bicep. It looked like
or
tore
elbow,
his
maybe.
bicep or elbow. Yeah. And then
Ruan
Podgetter, he got 4th in that workout. Whew.
You don't need your back to do freestanding handstand push-ups, I guess.
Yeah, but you were pulling the sled a lot.
Yeah.
And it wasn't light. It wasn't empty. So you're definitely moving your spine through ranges of motion. You're
so
not
is
like in
Peter
a fixed
Ellis
position.
the only man to get cut at the 2024 CrossFit Games?
Oh, dude, I am Meta World Peace.
I guess so.
Taylor Meta.
Yeah, Ron Artest is a great call for Taylor. That's pretty good.
Should I change my name to Taylor World Peace Self?
He's way too like soft spoken though. He's like that kind of crazy where he was just super soft spoken, but everyone knew like you don't.
Yeah, he'd beat you up if you fucking got a little fucking something on him from the stands. He would just beat a fan up. Yeah. I guess that's kind of like me. I do beat you guys up.
You're way too vocal.
But I beat him up in the comments.
Yeah.
But I would never. That's crazy. He wasn't he the guy who beat the shit out of a fan? Like he punched a fan and got suspended for it.
Steven Jackson. Yeah, Malice in the Palace. Steven Jackson. Ron Artest. Yeah. That's one of the craziest documentaries too. I think it's a 30 for 30.
He beat up
really
everyone,
good. Yeah. But I mean, dude, you can't take people throwing batteries and drinks at your head and you not react like a human being eventually.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's got a breaking point for sure. But yeah, that was crazy. Okay. So below 31st or below 30th, and then everyone else is continuing as far as we know. We did hear that they're starting the competition tomorrow at 9. So to me, that means they're probably going to have at least 3. And I have heard rumors of a back-to-back finale. So 200 points for the final workout, back into the Cinco's 1 and 2 days. The thick and quick, and then double grace. When else did they do it? They've done it a few times actually, where they've had back-to-back 100 points. So I think there'll be as many as 400 points up for grabs tomorrow. That's my prediction.
400. So they're going to add an event.
So three events, and the last one being a back-to-back. Like 3 times taking the floor. I think at max.
Was there supposed to only be 2 events tomorrow?
I
think there were two time slots. So maybe that
probably still a back-to-back.
I think a lot of people are assuming that they may bring Amanda 45 for the first workout. Maybe they've announced that. A lot of people have been commenting it. Amanda 45 in the morning, Amanda 45 in the morning.
Wow.
If that's true, that's cool. I'm glad they're doing that.
Let's look it up.
I talked to Jason after that workout. You know what he said? It feels so weird I haven't used my grips once.
Oh, wow.
Which is nuts to think about. Like, but he up to this point, he would have only used them for that workout. Like, they've had sled pull, they've had rope climb, but that's it. They have had nothing hanging from the rig.
It's nothing on the website yet.
Did you guys in the comments, did they announce that after this final heat?
No,
of women, or
Sevon's in the chat. Don't respond. See you, bro. No fucking way, dude. Podcast tonight? No. I'm saying no. Fuck. I'm gonna say fuck no.
You should just say yeah. Just to say yeah, Peter.
Say done. Say done.
No, just say yeah. Peter and Will said they wanted to go.
No,
so
I'm gonna say done. Done. That's perfect.
That's great.
Whenever you guys message Sevon and tell him to kick me off the show because I don't add value and because I actually am gonna make him lose subscribers, he responds with what he told us. Is he says done.
Let's go to the female leaderboard.
Okay.
Any surprises here? I know for me it was Alex Kazan. I was surprised, but not surprised because I think that just her overhead in general, her shoulder positioning is not the best. And when you get to something where you're that fatigued and you need to get to a good position, she's just fighting it.
It adds up
she's
so
fighting.
quick.
She's fighting like getting her scaps into a good position. I know she's talked a lot about, trying to get her snatch as good as her other lifts. Obviously, she's crazy strong. She's a great presser in different planes, strict press, bench press, stuff like that. But this workout seemed to maybe kind of expose a weakness that is still kind of there that she needs to shore up. A lot of people said Alexis Raptis to win it. I mean, Lexi Neely, what an incredible performance from Heat 1. I mean, she destroyed it. And yeah, I mean, a lot of the people we talked about doing well did well. Danielle Brandon did good. Brooke did good. Shelby, I was a little surprised. I thought she would do better than 14th.
Hey, what kind of squatting have we seen to this point? Not only hanging from
Squat cleans. That's it.
That's insane.
Now there's been a ton of legs.
But we are on day 4 of competition. Have we squatted 4 times, maybe?
We were supposed to have only squatted once, though, in Amanda 45.
And the clean ladder.
Right.
And that's 45 reps at this point. So you could imagine
100 deadlifts, running a mile, and Chad. Like, I know it's not squatting, but it is a ton of legs.
I get there's a ton of legs.
But that's different that's 100% different.
It's not squatting.
Sure, it's not squatting. Yeah.
Colton doesn't, win the run or Chad or deadlifts.
Right.
So teams,
but he obliterates Amanda 45.
Fucking rapes Amanda 45.
So teams had wall balls. I still think wall balls are on the table, but I don't think wall balls and thrusters. I think one or the other. So that's still left. They could still do some sort of squatting with dumbbells, whether it be an overhead squat, whether it be a
dumbbell thrusters,
double dumbbell squat. Yeah, something like that.
It has to be heavier. I don't like it.
They could still bring Amanda 45 back, so they could squat snatch. But yeah, I mean, talking about movements for tomorrow that are still on the table, we've done no pulling, but we've done 160 feet of sled pull, 15 rope climbs.
Tony Tone, we went over Brian's video on our last show. So if you want to go back to our last YouTube episode a few hours ago, we brought up his, with Pedro on it, we brought up his video if you want to watch it.
Dan Guerrero, wow. Amanda 45 is squat snatch? We didn't know that.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Really?
Get out of here, bro.
You're such a dick, Bryce.
We got other movements, just pull-ups, chest to bar pull-up, bar muscle ups. Could still tease toe to bar, but I don't think we need to.
See parallel bars.
I mean, up to this point, like we've had one workout with pressing. We didn't get the muscle up, so we didn't get that pull and press. I mean, we could still see P bars. I don't think we will though. I think there'll still be some more odd object stuff. Whether they flip the pigs, and I don't know if teams are just using that or not, but people were saying they saw it in the warm-up area. They could still do something. They could still do some sort of carry, like a farmer's carry. They could still do the snail on this floor would still work. He could bring that back. I mean, there's still a lot of stuff.
Don't pull that comment up.
Okay. Wait, are you talking? Okay. I think I'm talking about different ones.
Let's see.
What about the pigs? Oh, we did say pigs were seen in the warm-up area, weren't they?
That's what I just said, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm fucking in La La Land.
But also, we haven't seen the rumored triple under yet or crossover double under. And I think that we haven't seen any pulling from the rig. None. Zero.
Not from the rig. We've had the rope climb.
Or the rings.
Right.
We haven't done any pulling. Like we've done 15 rope climbs. Like, and the second sled pull was how much counterweight can you put into the foothold.
And, to the name of the workout, rope climbs, especially for these guys, is just a midline.
It's a midline at that volume, man, with the GHCs. If they would have made them 25, it would have gotten grippy and pulley.
Yeah.
But
I tell you what, if we don't see more than one upper body pull tomorrow, I don't know. Think of something for me to do.
You don't think we're getting pegboard? We did see the wall ball targets up in the teams.
Pegboard would be great.
Did the teams do wall balls?
The teams did a wall ball
Today?
I believe so. There's a workout with dumbbell snatches, heavy dumbbell snatches.
Right. We heard about that.
But yeah, pull-ups, chest to bar, pull-up bar, muscle up, pegboard, all that stuff's still on the table. Ring muscle up still on the table if he wants to bring him back. But yeah, there's going to be a bunch of pulling and there's going to be a bunch of squatting tomorrow. If not, I would be really surprised.
Tyler Dover, Taylor, pay attention to JR. He is daddy. Daddy?
Jeez.
What would y'all
Um,
pair with triple unders now? Triple unders, pegboards, and thrusters would be crazy.
I think so. I saw 3 targets.
Oh, 15,
so I saw-
12, 9, 3, 2, 1.
So I saw 3 targets on like each lane. So if you can picture the lanes tonight, there was a spot for them to do the kipping and then a spot for them to do the strict. In the same way, there were 3 wall ball targets. What if they did a wall ball, triple under, wall ball, triple under, wall ball, triple under, and they move targets every time? Wouldn't really have to change weights or anything. But I think like a wall ball, triple under couplet would be really good and simple to watch.
I think
we
it's
gotta,
gonna
we
be
gotta
classic.
get off ASAP, Sev. I'm just got to the hotel.
I think with what's been out so far and like a lot of big guys having good workouts, I would be pretty disappointed if it was wall balls instead of thrusters. For
Just because you think it'd be more advantageous for height.
yeah, but I also think a thruster is more obviously when you have outliers like Colton, it's a range of motion movement. But I would say for the guys in the field right now, a thruster would just really test squatting endurance more so than it would be like a range of motion thing.
Yeah.
A wall ball, I don't know. Maybe that's just me being biased.
A
'cause
wall
I'm 5'7".
A wall ball is a range of motion thing, but a thruster's not a range of motion thing.
Yeah.
I think until
Come on, make that make sense to me. Stop. Make that make sense. Who's the best in the world at wall balls?
Jason,
Okay, who's the best in the world at thrusters?
Colton.
Okay, so you just proved my. You just
Yeah, no, but I'm saying there's more big outliers in the field right now than there is small
right.
outliers.
I'll agree with that.
Like there's a big 5'7"
So you need
to
a range of
5'9".
motion biased workout toward the shorter person, and I'm fine with that because there hasn't been any.
Because it wouldn't be. Because it would be they're more closer to the median, the guys at the top right now. So it would be more of a squatting test. Whereas a wall ball, there's still a couple outliers who are bigger. There's not as many outliers besides Austin.
So what you're saying is if we had thrusters, it wouldn't be so okay. Who's the biggest and it's just gonna annihilate it in this field? It would be amongst the big guys. Who's the best squatter?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on board with that, and I like that.
I think there's a fine line on thrusters when they go from becoming a small man's range of motion movement to where they becoming a strong man's movement.
Yeah.
So like I think when you're
For Colton,
for
it doesn't
them,
matter.
for those athletes, probably like 185. So like if you're at 135, at 95, obviously at any of those weights, it's like, well, I'm not going to be able to hang with him. It doesn't matter because I just can't. The range of motion is too much. But when you get up to the 185 and older, I think it's just like now it's just who's strong.
You think the line is at 185? I think it's a
maybe
little lighter.
maybe
I
it
think
be
it's a
like
little
155.
lighter.
Maybe it may be 155. I'm thinking about the best in the world. I'm thinking about in this field.
Yeah.
Like when does it skew from, oh, well, this is just range of motion? Like at 135, it doesn't matter how long I can hold on. I'm just going to always get done 2 or 3 reps behind so-and-so because of their range of motion.
My guy Noah's in the chat. Definitely not pulling that up. We think we see single leg squats?
Yeah, we could definitely see.
I wouldn't mind that.
We could definitely see pistols. We did a lot of step overs.
If it was Amanda 45 and pistols and separate workouts tomorrow, do you think that would be enough squatting?
Oh, it'd be enough. It might even be. I don't like that it's in 2 days. It's like, okay, we missed it. And now we just got to double down and pack it all in.
Why does the day matter, though? It obviously doesn't look as good on paper, but in terms of the test, I don't think the day matters.
It's not an efficient way to recover from one event and give them an opportunity to, I guess,
a lot of times.
But everyone has to do the same thing.
Right.
A lot of times on Sunday, we get a lot of like testing of recoverability. So like you'll do pegboard workout and then you do a workout with 100 pull-ups. You'll do
which is kind of dumb. I don't think that Sunday's the day for that.
You'll do a yoke midline workout and then you'll climb the pegboard after that. Like a lot of times he does test recoverability within the day.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
Which I don't like.
I would be surprised if we got like with all the step overs, I would be surprised. I would be more surprised with lunges and pistols than a double leg squat.
Good call. We should only with that perspective, we should only have a double leg squat.
Yeah.
I don't think we should have a single leg squat or lunge.
I agree. That's a good point. This makes way more sense. That guy we keep seeing on the corner has CrossFit Games tickets.
Ah,
He has tickets to Vendor Village. He's going to the fentanyl booth.
Right.
Makes way more sense.
That's crazy. Is that where you hooked up with him? Vendor Village. Hey, Richie Rich. First off, shame on you for not coming to work out with us today. We had a great group of people come and work out. It was super fun at the Airbnb. And it's called the CrossFit Experience, Richie. There's no Vendor Village here.
It looks great in there.
Dude, I like it.
It looks
Yeah,
awesome.
I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
I thought I went to the games in 2021, and I would say the Vendor Village or CrossFit Experience is significantly better than 2021.
Yeah.
Will you pull up Dan's comment?
Yeah.
Dan, I do not at all think that's too much pulling. I think that sounds very much like something he would do on Sunday.
Wait.
I don't want to see another thruster pegboard combination unless it's a dumbbell thruster.
Also, ring muscle ups for these guys is like barely
I-
pulling.
It's pressing.
I'm
It's way
always
more
gonna
pressing.
put ring muscle ups
As a
in the
press.
pressing
Yep, I
because
agree.
they don't feel men don't feel the transition. Rarely do women feel the transition. It's always
The
dip
press.
being
Yeah,
limitation.
I mean, for me personally, and I know for Taylor because we do this all the time, we can do a ton of ring muscle ups one day and do bar muscle ups the next day.
Right.
It's not. They just have a similar name. It's not even the same.
Matt
thing.
Burns, the workout we did, we had maybe 8 people total.
It 8 people.
So we had 5 different stations and we rotated through for 4 rounds. It was a minute at each station. The first, I think that's our food. I think the first was a 200-meter run. The second station
I'll probably
was
leave it.
dumbbell shoulder to overhead. The next station was sandbag squats with a GoRuck sandbag. The next station was burpees, and the last station was V-ups. So we basically did a minute run, a minute dumbbell shoulder to overhead, a minute squats with a sandbag, a minute burpee, a minute V-up for 4 rounds. It was good.
I got you, Anthony.
We're thinking about doing a workout tomorrow, but I don't know. I'm pretty tired.
We should probably rest tomorrow.
Yeah.
Slater, you didn't meet me.
Hey,
I met you.
Peter, Will, Sevon wants to get on
You're
with you
also
guys.
pretty cool.
I'm not kidding, bro.
Dan, I don't know what you want me to eat. I'm not eating anything from you because ring muscle ups are not a pulling movement.
Dan, you're the man. Thanks for signing up for a 14-day free trial. Hey, give me any feedback you have. Plot twist. Oh, the homeless guy. Well, the homeless guy gave Bryson his tickets, but it wasn't a gift, if you know what I mean. Bryson had to earn them.
And by tickets, you mean his. We can just move on.
Okay. Judy, great question, Judy. Taylor failed to transition. Yeah, I failed to transition to woman. Scroll up.
Oh, this is true, Jet. I also heard that.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said. Where's Judy's comment? Someone said, good question. Taylor, oh, did you ever meet up with Ackerman? This is a great question. I feel like I don't want to. We were supposed to have a podcast that morning, was it?
Yeah, Thursday.
Thursday morning?
Or Thursday around noon or something like that.
Thursday, 11:15. They shut down Vendor Village, the CrossFit Experience. And then we went back and forth trying to reschedule, but between these shows and watching the individual events, I just simply didn't have any time. So I didn't get to reschedule. So the answer is no. But he did try really hard to get me back on, and I was very flattered. And I would go on his podcast. I for sure would love to go on their podcast. Maybe we can do a virtual podcast.
Hey, maybe we should hand the show over to this guy. Seems to know better than all 3 of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
ring muscle up or not a pulling movement is hilarious. Hey, T3, can you do a muscle up? Because probably not. Pussy. Yeah, the ring muscle up's a fucking upper body squat, idiot. How much is Sevi paying us for this show? Absolutely nothing. He's paying us in Trident layers and blowjobs.
They haven't put Amanda 45 on the website yet, if that's true. But the only thing they have changed is they removed the Go Wad sponsorship from the push pull.
Gotcha.
I think here, this is a serious comment
I
though.
think,
Faith, to answer this, she goes, yeah, you don't have to pull on the rings at all. It seems like a sarcastic comment to me. There is an element of hanging, but when you have grips and you have a very strong hip drive for men, most of the time, because of the hip drive that you can utilize to transition to the bottom dip position, you're not really pulling to this position. It's once you go to arch, hollow, and you're in that flex hip position, you open the hips, and you have such a moment of weightlessness that you just end up here. So it's like my muscles are not active at all from here to here.
My biceps are fully flaccid when I finish.
Okay. It's a passive position and it's just a hip drive. And once you turn over, then it's all active through the press out, whether that's pinning the rings in, keeping him in this position. So that's why we are saying for men, it is a dip.
Especially for games athletes.
Yeah, like if we're talking about the majority of the community, the majority of the people that do ring muscle ups, so that are trying to get a ring muscle up, for sure. I think sometimes just strength, just upper body pulling strength is what limits people, for sure. And they're like, hey, I can do ring dips all day, but I just can't pull myself over the rings or through the rings, however they want to think about it. I get that. We're talking about games level athletes. Once again, 90% of them or more will say, when I start to fail ring muscle ups, it's not from pulling. It's because the dip just gets too fatiguing. That's all we're saying.
Sevon, you're live.
Oh, you guys are on the air?
Yeah, what's up?
I just want to talk about, well, call me when you get off.
All right, bye. Hey.
We need to brief before the next show.
All right. Love you.
Okay. Love you.
But yeah, I think a lot of people have been asking about how many scored events do you think tomorrow? I think there'll be at least 300 points up for grabs, but probably 400 points. I think they'll take the floor 3 times, and the finale will be a back-to-back, 100 points each. So, yeah. What else?
Did the comments ever tell us where they were hearing Amanda 45 tomorrow?
I don't know. I think a lot of people just want to see Amanda 45. Yeah. I do too. It'd be cool to see.
It's such a great workout. It's such a fun race. Yeah. It's so the spectacle of it. You know what I do wonder? Will they set up all of those rigs for it? Because there's only 3 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will they set up an additional 2?
I want to say that maybe someone told us they were going to do
13, 11, 9, 7, 5.
The first 2 rounds were going to be on the long straps from Zeus, and then the 9, 7, 5. Just the first set. Well, there's only 4 rigs after. There's only 3 rigs after that. There's 5 rounds in the workout. Okay. Gotcha.
Sevon wants to set up a human centipede line in the Airbnb.
Oh.
That's what the brief is about.
I've done one of those before.
I wonder when the brief happens tomorrow for the individuals, and if they. I think they start at 9 a.m. So I wonder if they're gonna do like a briefing at 8, or kind of when they're gonna release stuff. If we're gonna get some release tonight, if Dave's gonna talk about any of the workouts for tomorrow on his day in review, if he does that later on.
That was a booty call from Sevon.
His day in review was so late last night, though. Hopefully they release something before that.
Can't hide money.
She's sending 14 what? Oh my God, 14 bacon triple burgers.
Beef. I'm thinking of beef. Brief tomorrow is at 8:10 a.m. 8:10 a.m.
This girl with huge boobs in the fans today got Susan's number, and she's buying us 14 bacon triple burgers and sending them to the house. Right?
We did not do Kill Taylor today. It did not feel right without our host Sevon here. We also didn't have Peter. We also didn't have Hiller or Tyler to rag on other people. Those of you that might not watch the show often, I am not someone to be trusted with personal ridicule.
I just realized how wrong my comment sounded, and I didn't intend it that way at all.
How many times do you think that after you make a comment?
That's a hard question.
Not enough.
That's
not enough. Just kidding, Taylor. You make the show way better.
I'm gonna fucking.
Peter's there, Trish. There he is. He's gonna be on later when we get to the real juicy stuff.
Peter's not that tall.
Let's see what else we got. Do we know if they're making a cut tomorrow or if the remaining athletes are doing all of them? Haven't said anything. So, right. But yeah, I think they were supposed to start at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Now they're starting at 9 a.m. So two hours
Teams were going to start
earlier.
at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Teams were going to start at
Indies
11.
were going to start at
Okay.
12.
So I think it's safe to say that we see three more. We see three more scored events for sure. I think they take the floor 3 more times. Whoa, that comment.
What?
The one that was for money right there. Oh, never mind. It just means that they're a member. Yeah.
Where?
We don't have to pull that up.
Well, will you? Which one? I don't want to pull it up, but
Just go to start.
Keep going. Right. Come on. 2 more down. Yeah.
which? Oh, this one.
No. Can we see backwards rolls to support? I think if we see any kind of roll to support, it's going to be a front roll to support, especially because of athlete safety. I think people trying to do a backwards roll to support could be some torn shoulders waiting to happen.
Really?
Yeah, because it's basically just doing a pullover on the rings, and you're doing that from the high ring position. So if you fall through,
on the
it's
rings.
just.
I thought you were talking about like a backwards roll to a
No,
handstand.
roll to support on the rings. That's what someone asked. So, let's see. Okay. So, yeah, I'm sure Sevon will come on tonight. Before we end the day, let's get some shout out to our sponsors. If you order anything off CA Peptides right now, anything at all, free water with every order, free water. Sarah wanted to make sure that we told everyone that's listening tonight. Strong Home Mortgage, Justin O'Shell. Make sure you hit him up with any of your mortgage needs. Better Version Nutrition, Instagram, website, search that. Everyone knows the base of the pyramid is nutrition, right? How are you going to get that muscle up if you don't have your nutrition dialed in? Fuel to Perform. Gym maintenance, gym equipment repair and management. How long is Taylor going to realize that I'm going through sponsors? And before he's like, hey, let's talk about the sponsors, because he's going through the comments.
I can hear what you're saying, dude.
Brooks Manley Marketing, SEO, web design, hit him up. New businesses, old businesses that need a facelift. JR, where'd you get your shirt? You can head on over to Coffee Pods and Wads to get that shirt.
Can you get it at Coffee Pods and Wads?
Okay, you cannot get that at Coffee Pods and Wads. And I imagine, just DM Peter. He's a softie, right? Send him a DM. Say, can I pretty please get one of those purple shirts, Master? And he'll make sure he sends it to you.
Guys, the joke I made earlier was so poorly placed. I just want to take that.
It's eating him alive, everyone. Can I get through a couple more sponsors?
Yeah,
Corey Polito, Proven Business Plans. Listen, we all know you have a business. We all know you think you have a good plan. You do not. You need someone to you need someone to sit down with you, and you need someone to help you do what Matt Souza says you have to do before you even consider yourself a successful business. And what's that? Let's make it 5 years. Listen, Sentinel Training, they're not over the hump yet, if you ask Matt Souza. Yeah, but really, thanks a lot, guys, to all our sponsors. Patrick Mitrovich, State Farm Insurance, HER CBD, everything Carl's done for us. I mean, it's been awesome. And
Carl's
then
such a
obviously
good dude.
Two Brain Business. Best programming out there that you can buy until mine comes out. Sentinel Training, 14-day free trial, QR code in the upper this way, above Bryson. There we go. Crash Crucible starts. Qualifier starts the 15th, lasts for 4 days. There'll be 5 scored workouts. You have to submit videos for all of them because we're going to review them to make sure that the standards are being met. Yeah, Sevon will be on, I think, at 9. So in 30 minutes from now, we'll see you guys then. Thanks a lot.
Deuces.
Deuces.